kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying?
I like to give credit where credit is due, but I'm afraid if I just fair use it, I'm going to get a strike. Also, I think if I fair use it, you're not going to be able to believe that it actually works. Okay. So basically, what I saw was a BJJ short on YouTube. And I do not remember the guy's name, but I have the link, so I will link to it below. I saw a BJJ instructor doing what he called the idiot sweep because he says you have to be an idiot to be caught in it. I don't want to go that far, but I would say because I don't have a BJJ black belt, so I can't speak to that. I do have a black belt in judo and in Hapkido, but I wouldn't say you're an idiot. But I do think, in a way, you're not an idiot because if you were really fighting someone, that's the type of stuff that people. The way he was saying somebody stands when you're in the guard on the ground, they stand over you. That's the type of stuff that people do when they're really trying to hurt you. Okay, so maybe if they're really trying to hurt you, they're an idiot. But I'm not going to completely co-sign on that. The reason why I'm talking about this move is because I see it as the opening move to the form Wa Rang tool. The opening move for Wa Rang, which you typically learn at around brown belt. In General Choi's ITF, Taekwondo, my Cecil Ryu Taekwondo, it is the same thing, except instead of doing it standing up, you're doing it sitting/laying down. So instead of doing it on your feet, you're doing it on the ground because it's the same motion. It's just instead of doing it like this, you do it like this. So first, what I'm going to do is show the form, and then I'm going to show me doing it on someone with just a little bit of commentary on like how you would do it, quote unquote, slash for real, but also just to show the application that he had in there. So, yes, if you're wondering, that's one thing I think you can learn from martial arts. If you want to learn how to do some of your applications, if you got a punch kick background, look at some grappling styles, look at jujitsus, any of them, and take a judo or jujitsu class. I have a video on this channel, I'm going to link to that too, where I say just take judo. Just take judo. You get ideas. And once you start learning some of the judo stuff, well, at least in this area, a lot of judokas cross-train in BJJ. So you may kind of get a twofer because they'll bring some of that in there and then you can get to absorb some of that too if you hang around judo long enough. All right. So without further ado, let me do the standing up part of it and then do it on the ground so you can see what I'm talking about. One ring tool, instead of doing it standing, you're doing it on the ground. So sometimes in your forms, your application, maybe if you think of instead of thinking of it as slow strike, think of it as push, or as Grandmaster George Dillman said in one of his seminars. Oh no, he said the name. You know the internet, you know the trolls. Anyways, Grandmaster George Dillman said in one of his seminars, this means pay attention to what you're doing. So pay attention to what I'm doing. This is how you do the opening move. Okay. This is how you do the opening move for the form Wa Rang in General Choi's forms. ITF, Cecil Ryu Taekwondo, Cecil Ryu Martial Arts. Junbi here. Then slow palm tension to a sitting stance. You could also do it with the wood stance if you want to turn the feet out. Turning the feet out with the wood stance will give you closer to the application. So instead of having your toes pointed straight, have them pointed out to the side, and that'll give you the application that I saw in that BJJ video. Junbi here. That's the form. You can look it up online. So in the BJJ video, they're saying to use this if somebody is standing over top of you. So come stand over top of me. If you're playing in the guard, well, for application's sake, we're just going to say he knocked me down. Okay, so he knocked me down. Do a break fall, and he's standing over top of me, like, what you gonna do? So I put my feet, if you can see, I'm gonna put my feet behind him here. That's like the standing slide out motion with your stance, where you slide out to your left. This, instead of some kind of slow strike, which, if it were really self-defense, I would strike him in his groin with this. Okay, if it was self-defense, I hit him I palm strike him in the groin while he's hitting me. Or if you need him down punching, you need him down punching me, I would punch up at him here, but it'd be easier to strike him in his groin since it's close. But I'm going to do the true BJJ application where he pushed on the person's dantian, right above the pelvis, in the middle, right below the belly button, and he used the legs, if you can see this, to pull the guy out. So you ready? Here. So he did this. Okay? That, now look at me here. You see how I'm like this? See how I'm like this? Look at me. See? Now I'm like this. See? That's that. Let me lean the camera up a little bit. And that's this. Opening move from opening move from Warang. But instead of here, you're here. So thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. I'm going to go ahead and link to that short that I saw and to some other references so you can get a deeper dive into what you're talking about. And the this I said earlier, this means pay attention. What I should have said was slow tension movements, according to Grandmaster George Dillman, informs means to pay attention to what the move does, or that it means that it is something that is difficult. So yeah, it'd be kind of difficult to shove somebody if you got knocked down and you kind of shocked from being thrown down. And you want to try to get your legs in there and push them, give them a shove. But maybe there's another way to look at it. Maybe we can look at those as rub points too, or just a push. I think the limits are up here. Peace! And thank you for your time. I appreciate it. If you're interested in lessons, in person, online, what have you, check out the About page and send me an email and we can work something out. Peace!